All right. Hello, everyone. Hello. So today I present you some pure quality, pure spice, imported and combined by yours truly and my dear friend Tiziano. Yeah, one of my best friend from the best person I encountered in my magic life. One of the best friend I found there. And yeah, we were talking together. I was in a bad streak. I tried the challenge. I tried something, a lot of version between goblins, always orbiting around mock bombers. Always I'm obsessed with that card. Also Magmaniac. Hopefully you will found in another video when I will found the right shell for it. But anyway, so I got some bad results generally, and I was not satisfied by anything I have. As I mentioned before, I think ADHD, and so magic is perfect for me. The building part is amazing for me, and so on. But now, sometimes I found myself in these situations. It happens with media for me, where nothing really my attention threshold is lower. I always find I need maybe I'm not 100% sure about what I'm playing because I was eager to do it and maybe or maybe I did a building mistake and now I have to play an entire tournament with it, stuff like that, nothing too serious. So I churned between different version, different brew, different very exciting moment, but also eh, and got myself in a position where, yeah, I tried the challenge and it went horribly. So horribly, I mean, 3-3, 2-4, very out on games anyway, all barely, lot of mistakes by me, bad luck, and two multiple. Anyway, all right. So I called, was in a video call with my friend yesterday night, and I told them, so yeah, help me pick. I will showcase some ideas. I will tell you, let's talk a bit, and maybe talking with someone usually make my brain works way better. I really, it's also one of the best thing I've liked from this YouTube experience has been talking with people, yeah, new people, but getting to know more users, other Magic players. Lot of very good things for me. I have ADHD and I'm also autistic, so making new friends is hard. New friends and generally being able to share with new people, right? The Magic Premodern community have been very welcome, very welcome. I also have a video where I will talk about the black-white version with one of the biggest streamer that talks about our beloved format in Italy. So yeah, it would be in Italian. If you're interested, yeah, we'll discuss the sideboard specifically and then present the deck in general, commenting the choices. Um, Paris and TG, respect for the big king, and so nothing. This was all before presenting you the deck. The deck. So the deck that Tiziano thought, this is slightly corrected. I had an anger instead of the here instead of the third seven library. and the mana base was worse without City of Brass, and getting access to black was one of the main problems you will found in the video. Anyway, so I wanted after having been beaten to death with all my brews, all my tricky soft brew, I want some ignorance. I want some bit of hate, a bit of yeah, anger. Say without anger, but I mean with anger. Um, I tried many times to make this work with survival of the fittest, but it didn't. And honestly, I think that it's borderline. I don't think this has made a trophy, so it's clearly better. Better. I will try with survival again, but here I will. Sorry, survival of the fittest is a great way to put monk bombers and ranged hermit in the graveyard when they enter together with the living death. They trigger, and they will trigger in a way if you put them, if you pile them correctly, where the trigger from the range hermit resolve first, put other four bodies, so trigger four times, so this and this coming back. If they are the only creatures, there are 15 damage. Every other creatures that comes back, yours or your opponent will trigger again Mog Bombers and makes other damage. So it's very strong. I went for Buried. I will say Buried. I'm sorry. It's very Buried Alive and Living Death because this is the safest way and the most sure way. They can, if you don't have enough creatures, they can ideally answer before the second part of the trigger's resolve because before any trigger resolve, it will be too late for every creatures that is already entered. So sometimes it doesn't matter. In other games, it will matter. It will matter. So Buried Alive, three creatures, two Mud Bombers, and one Deranged Hermit mix. So that is impossible, basically, for almost any situation to win, right? The rest are a lot of bodies, Ravenous Rat and Wall of Blossom for Cabal Therapy and Diabolic Intent to give redundancy. And this is also well synergized with Veteran Explorer. So we don't really care. We need to do our thing and combo out between ideally turn 4 to 5. This is an A plus B, right? Genesis and Anger, they cut it, have been very good thing that can put some Buried Alive into work. Yeah. Now, even in a fair way, in a fair strategy where we are already well positioned, right? For our structure, this gives an angle and makes so that these cards are never really useless. Anger have been sometimes cool, not really in this league. I think that usually we don't need it. Also because it doesn't synergize well with Living Death because you bring all your creatures back, so they won't have haste at the important turn, and just having a hasty Ranger Dermot is good in some times, but it's not. Yeah, I mean, we don't have any way to tutor this up, so it's a very niche interaction, and Anger is a bad card by itself. So I think it's better to play like a third symbol library and just fuck it. All right. So going to skip between the first three rounds with the list because there is no recording. I was playing alongside my good friend Tiziano. who is the other player that which yeah built the deck together. Um, well, okay, so we are starting. I don't know what they're playing. My friend told me there was a streamer. So this hand, I mean, as far as you can go, it's not perfect. Three top, it's not amazing, but you have cover, you have a wall of blossom, you have mock bombers already in hand with the mountain capable. So this game would be relative fast. Yeah, here I thought about it, but optimizing mana seems more important. Also, thinker, a lot of things. Or Grex and Dreadnought was not a problem for turn two. So if you play Cabal one turn later, you are maximizing the possibility that you hit. They go for Altar of Dimension. And here, yeah, Cabal Therapy and Sylvan Library is a good combination for our turn three, also because we can flashback. Yeah, I think we named Dreadnought because I thought that they had so many ways in which they could have just played Dreadnought the next turn, so it shouldn't be fancy. And they have already Altar in play. And I think I got it. Yeah, we got it. They also played Limdus Vault that they could have played the following turn, sacrificing Matic Sphere and Lotus Petal. So I flashbacked and for Sylvan Library. They played everything else. Those were our draws. But yeah, as you can see, we have Buried Alive. We could have kept everything because life doesn't really matter against them. We went for Buried Alive, getting mock bombers and double the ranged hermit. It's not important to grab that double the ranged hermit. And that was the first time doing that, but yeah, I think maybe yeah, I'm realizing that because they enter all together, so the triggers of the two hermit will go on stack. You have to put them so that they can resolve first before the bombers trigger. But anyway, the first hermit trigger resolves. You put for squirrel, for trigger of bombers, and then you have to sacrifice it. So the second triggers, it's hard that it matters at that point, but yeah. So we set up everything for the following turn. They all right. This was interesting. In here I make a mistake. Mistake is this. I should have kept the trigger of Wall of Blossom on the bottom because they could have pumped the Devourer I discarded and put back and exile my library before to do anything and then losing for the trigger of Wall of Blossom. Luckily, they didn't say it, so it was all right. So we have a lot of good cards. I mean, I don't know if a lot Engineered Plague. I realized that Engineered Plague um kills right now Devourer by itself. Since it starts as a 1/1, can do anything. Their entire deck doesn't work anymore. That seems a big problem. Way more common. I mean, yeah. I play goblins, and I can survive one engineer plague, and usually play multiple straight up consider. I mean, can win with just one on the board. So they started like this. All right, that was getting out of the mesh, but we have gas blessing. So this game was already very well put. We had to mull and keep a hand with two Pyroblast that was meh, but it had the plague, and here Cabal Therapy plus veteran, absolutely awesome against this deck, where you both need speed and they don't have basics like Hermit, so on. So I name Fling, and they only have Thinker. We name Thinker, and they conceded after our yeah engineering plague. So this is a fine six multi six hand. We will multi a lot, and the mana base have been one of the biggest problem. I've had the list I will discuss. I already had the sensitive brass mana base and black green when you want both of them a lot. It's a pain. It is a pain. It's no easy way around it. Like everyone who have tried to play high composition and every combination of card that green and every combination of card that doesn't have fetches. So we get swords here. Swords were not the most important, but I wanted to flash back. I didn't thought about Sultari Prism. Exalted Angel was my other option, Arrow Silence and Care. So here we leave them with just one card as easily. I discard that. And this ports in this game you will see will skip because this game will be very long, very grindy. Like every time a port is involved. Um, yeah, list we were punning. We kept the bad hand at six. At least the land flowed. As you can see, yeah, it's very late of deck too, so it's a good race, a good match, honestly. Both our deck doesn't really can I say they worked, try to do their thing. Like here, for example. Yeah, yeah, I think you are going to see a play that I've done multiple times in this league. Oh, yeah, and I mean Shantotto Shantotto Diabolic Intent for a land. Diabolic Intent for a land. Something that, yeah, when you don't have fetches, you have to do it like this. Grabbing a forest. So next turn we are mounting, but our walls are useless again. The Sultari because shadow. Their mana is tied to. They can either use 3 mana for Ramosian or keep porting us, and we are deploying our land. I think it was a good idea. We had so many bears, and that seems the best option, honestly. So here, yeah, here I decided to dust bowl the report. I think it was the correct decision, sacrificing the Bowl itself. That was relevant. We were found another land, and so Happen. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, feared exactly. Yeah, that was the other morph, but it found the right turn, so I considered. The Soltari have been a big problem, yeah. But we are setting in hard with Infest Gloom, Engineer Plague. That's it, I think. Cutting the rats, some rats. More rats, honestly, but walls are not so efficiently against them, where the best beaters are feather flying. Yes. All right, so we kept this hand with our Lord and Savior, Veteran Explorer, and with Abducted Gloom. Seems very good. So we no, I think we went like this, and this was their hand. We named we named Armageddon. I thought about Armageddon or Cataclysm. Swords. Okay, no, they had a strange hand. Armageddon, so I said, yeah, let's go. I don't care about anything right now because next turn they have double Rishadan port. Yeah, they have double Rishadan port, and this will be relevant against Veteran Explorer, given that hand. Absolutely, you're right. So they, yeah, I choose Cataclysm. Yeah, I thought a lot because I could have also chose Exalted Angel because they couldn't. We, I don't know if they would have kept made the Cataclysm living. All right, yeah, that's a good topic. They can continue do this, and this is the moment where we play Gloom. They will notably not work against Exalted Angel, and both of those creatures with Morph. That's something, honestly. 3 mana. Yeah. We top deck, yeah, a Buried Alive. Put Mog Bombers, Deranged, and Genesis. This is another pile that we will make often. I never, never cared about, almost never cared about Genesis in survival, but here gives really gives something to the deck. Yeah, it's way less impressed by anger. Yeah, honestly, probably going to cut. So here, the moment we manage to living that we have won, the will this in response, and there was mistake, but later they in the following turn they will learn how to do it. Anyway, I choose to not do that, but do scatter scrying. Finally finding some hate. Pernicious did the first Pernicious did in 2 games. That was awesome. And from now on, yeah, Shantotto on another land, the fourth black. The fourth black we got hit, so we managed to do this and break everything. Double play, yeah, all the morph creature, cut out of black, double black, or one black, one green, I don't remember. Yeah, they will play something, but we will bomb them to death the following turn. All right. So here they start. Now they know um, what we are playing. They keep a seven, or I think a six probably. Start like that, very slow, and that's exactly what we wanted. We start smashing with little creature. They get so burned by mug bombers that they were desperate to have sphere of resist low, sphere of low, I think. Yeah, that will reduce the damage from bombers to one. It's obviously the point. At this point, it's already hard to see us losing. They're not in a good position for Cataclysm. They're not in a good position for anything. They're not being lucky with lands. We will play so um, easily, Okay, and when we yeah, in Cataclysm, we got two of those that they obviously had and kept all the games and then they conceded. Right, so those were the first two round, and this will be a long ass battle. Like the recording is 54 minutes. Yeah, we ended up with just 2 minutes each. I'm obviously going to skip. Um, we don't know what we are up against. This hand is incapable, obviously. This hand is as long and the two. I mean, it only has Silver Library, really, but Silver Library on the play is enough. Fear to rest. But we have tons of black card. Yeah, no black source. So we will skip, we will trial several library there on Azorius that will do something powder keg, but at this point, and they will decide, yeah, you play standstill under when we had ivory, that's a choice. They had Dust Bowl and we have tons of treetops, so I thought I was somehow in a good position, but they had also the Cree. And so this starts to be, and this is another decree, I think. Now they destroyed the method. But the point is, yeah, we snatched some factor fiction, breaking standstill with Cabal Therapy is always a good card. Now I broke it with Scatters crying on their end step to make them discarded. It worked. But we ended up being very low on life, as you will see, and that was something they are closing the game here. So yeah, that was not good. I should have played that game differently and better, more conservative. But it's a problem that it's a mistake that I often do against Landstill, Standstill. So yeah, we are adding the usual suspects, cutting some Wall of Blossom, Pernicious is very good. I fear for I put naturalize because I fear for both Grave 8 and Humility. So we kept this hand. I mean, this hand is as good as as it gets. So we gonna do rest. This guy counter spell. They kept string and with disenchant and powder keg and lands, Mishra Factory Island and Dust Bowl. They discard disenchant on our and they top decked obviously they top deck Prex and Furnace after our turn one duress. Furnace will be a pain. So we are getting four on. We fought for this library, Counterspell and Pyroblast. At this point, they have no white mana. We have Sylvan Library. We are 19. I think this is great, a great place to be with against Landstill. This calls for, but we obviously found horrible. Before patch away, naturalize. Choose to not naturalize. Right. They cycled. It is pernicious and they did not have a counter spell. I'm feeling great anyway. This you can always pick the best between your first top three cards. You're in a good position. Magic and you can also convert some of our lives. So yeah, here it was debatable because I kept the Cabal therapy, yeah, and name. Sorry, oh, no, sorry. We named Counterspell. I will name it Counterspell. I think in this position. No, maybe Factor Fiction. No, because they already discarded two of Factor Fiction, so I think we went to Factor Fiction and they are standstill. I'm not like, all right. So we can skip forward. We are finding nothing, honestly. These mock bombers is important to have, but it's important. It's also important that it doesn't get louder. And we are at 19 and 9, and they are 6. They sacrifice the Dust Bowl because they have another Dust Bowl, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So they're attacking with in full force, and they're and now they are accepting losing their two land, the standstill. I think that was greedy. I think that was a bit greedy. And so we renounce and kill the standstill for being able to just push through our things. Yeah, we're going to pass until we broke with, yeah, something. And then we start to develop our thing. We are full of cheese, as you can see. We will fight Wrath of God that will resolve at the Ranger Hermit. We are very much in control. They have to spend answering us, and we were just set up in this moment with Cabal Therapy, Gas Blessing, and then we produce another Pernicious Deed. We are missing all our living death in this game, but nothing. We keep them in check with these cards and Cabal, and in the end, we hog bombers them to death. So this is a hand that, I mean, it's a strange hand, but against standstill, I mean, yeah, all your three top, three drops there. Uh, here, I think here I went for standstill because of how, how they played. They played very aggressively, and I hope that the way the player will search for a stencil anyway, turn two on the play, and I got it. So they have humility, factor fiction, and prohibit. So deck a pyroblast that we cannot use right now. That's fine. All right, we play our pernicious, so we have an assurance against humility. And here I put the Cree and a land, I think. And discard, they can mana leak, they can do all they want, but yet again, as you can see, when something like that is on the board, when all we can have, and the sheer power, brutal force of Cabal Therapy, this was bad. It was bad, but will not matter much. We have pernicious dead. We are, yeah, low on lands here. So, but they decide, yeah, there is an important moment. Yeah, here they will, yeah, do this, and that's bad. That's usually risky because, yeah, I can sacrifice in response and kill. You lose two land, lose one. So, yeah, as you can see, this put them down back. Play something, deploy humility, but we didn't care. We really did not care. We want use this as bait, bait taken, I think. Counterspell, perfect. We're going to use it, the first one to destroy some manlands, and now we have to just, yeah, grow. Let's go on. Start with anger, deploy something, put on pernicious. Duress reveals that end, that's something. We leave them for enlightening tutor, disenchanted, no factor fiction. They will enlightening tutor for powder keg, destroying everything. We did not want to keep it. We and finally we didn't, and we haven't found a second black source in Alf deck, if you see. And then yeah, we have finally everything in order. Going to Shantotto here after getting beaten. We are absolutely fine. We are absolutely covered with Pyroblast. Just need this. Have their bombers. No, yeah, this was just to gain the first turn. Not right, I pay for it. I could also, well, was safer to attack for sure. And yeah, we didn't have to use all the all our other cards in hand. Yeah, that was enough. All right. See what we are up against. Oh, yeah, black was absolutely something with very more copies. It's for sure for the future. I already discussed about it. Survival of the fittest. think because they have survival of the fittest. I would have named survival of the fittest. Black source. Have molded. Oh, Cabal therapy. Mid base of paradise. Range. Survival. I hope they sack Cabal therapy now. That would be absolutely not correct. It's funny. And mana bases are hard. Color or recurring nightmares. Atrocious. Oh, we got it. Alright. Yes. Comes rat. Discard that. Then top. So hmm, yeah, bring back everything they want. Alive be something. There is something very low for sure. Better than other option, probably. Yeah. Not expect. Analysys, not bombers, double bombers, let's say. And with this mana, Spaloth. All right, but they don't know this. So now they will have to kill their birds of paradise. Should bring back birds, yeah, and replay item. We have 5 mana. Side this. I think the ranger there, come on. Holy fuck. It's terrible. And they don't know. They give us a term. Don't know why. Be still alive, but we. Yeah, that's absolutely awesome. That's how they want to the mono. Jesus Christ. Like with a grudge. It's terrible. And I've not found a single pernicious deed that Terrible. One. We skipped a lot of land drops, a lot of we managed to deploy, but then they started to find gas, and that's absolutely all right. Our spell would have been way better after discarding his and yeah. So, all right. I don't know what you else got. So, with 6-1. And that's all right. Since we are now pernicious on side, I don't think they will cut Birds of Paradise. No Birds of Paradise. And they have survival, right? Right. They have double lethal. Oh my god. When I keep this hand, it's disaster. It's always disaster. All right. This is the moment for Buried Alive. Genesis. Inga. Bombers. It's also Shuffle. So we don't also find a black source. Right here. Oh, we had one mana more. Found the black source. That's not good. Not the good. Start with double trees, so why they're going that now? It's the Genesis. No, that's absolutely right. Okay, that yeah, mob bombers and both still in the graveyard because they don't know that that's the most scary thing. They're ignoring it and we cannot exploit. Ah, so anyway, the- going to do this. Shredder. Now the point is, are we ready to get hit for another four? I don't think. This will be Mesmeric Fin. Please. Bruce. They kept God. And with just two bit of village and survival. And that's to be something for now. I think they should have played it. I think I also should have played differently. That's not fun. There's two games have been longer, but against, yeah, Shadow Mirror, absolutely bad. Thanks. Oh my God. I mean, yeah, sometimes you forgot what you're doing. Life is. Then, okay, yeah, I'm not just a fair deck. I have prepared all of this time for this, right? That's so many. Um, Right. All right. This is not a great hand. It's not a perfect hand. Only have Silver Library. Rustle deck. It's probably better. I will play this forest. So they started slow. Second, the Ranged Army having already. It's not amazing now. File, Silver Library, right? That's all pretty bad. Yeah, yes, we have to play faster. So I will go non-vocal. All right. I'm going to keep this. We are going to start. See where we are against. Else. Else indeed. But pernicious can be too slow for else. Eating cabal. Be awesome. That's else that kept the 7 on the play. Pretty good, bad news. Let's see how strong they are. Survival? No, it's a symbiote. Right. Worse. Yeah, now cabal. Fuck you. Think we named the ranger Dermot. Yeah, baby. And we got it. They keep a hand like this a 7 only if they have a strong payoff. It's not survival. It's not a Mutan's Acolyte because they would play that. So that's a strong call. Let's see if we manage to overcome the start. So now it's time to for pernicious. I don't care. I want to kill everything. Fine with them attacking. That's another fetch. That's that they have a forest in hand. Damage are absolutely. Would have like blocked and see, but I think that this is pretty fair. Uh, this is pretty alright. Going to name Priest of Titania. Right. I imagine that they had two land, but three lands are a lot. Um, yeah, those should be enough, right? Four, five, not is oh, s- weighted, weighted up, one more next turn. Give. I'm overthinking it. Sorry. Yeah. So they don't usually play, yeah, like two thermal script set. Winter Orb as something that we should fear, honestly. Um, Naturalized Pernicious did. I think we have to just be wary. A well-veteran explorer, yeah, we could use the fastness. Rest are useful only after the first turn. So we have many resets. any ways to explore is harsh. Yeah, straight this. I like this. Veteran Explorer is very good for elves because I let them search for the mountain that gives them haste with anger. So yeah, that has been something. I think this is one of the best things that we could hope for. Honestly, the moment they start getting too greedy and skill me. Azix Swamp now would be Chef Kiss. Now we are humble people. Yep, that's the reason why Camel Therapy is so good, right? In a competitive format, right? Like Premodern is becoming sort of as right. Well, that was a good top deck for sure. But I mean, I want to discard danger. Discard both would be discard both would be alright. Because yeah, they don't have already used one fetch. They have three fetch and one mountain now because we are going to discard. Yeah, yeah, we might arrange, which is their best way. Now we hope that they took back another right. That's not a crit there. Also thinking how we want to go. So well, I think I'm going to place in a library. Not even. Yeah, this is the third frame first. sure about it. So let's turn. I'm going to get palette seems perfect. Once you elves get once you survive the first onslaught, elves they have some ways, but they lack, for example, Greece and Zenith, obviously, like in a legacy. The rest is not it. I think we're going to restart it. At this point, yeah, I mean, our combo is nice, but it's a cheater clock. Simply, simply being beefy boys, you know? Right? Beefy boys. We don't want anything that's like, we'll send the beefy boys in. Yeah, they have to start talking with both, right? Not sure. Probably. Oh, yeah, but don't know. So we are going to play bombers. I think they have a fetch or a mountain in hand. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, we got those, but not good. They have to attack with two of those. I think. Yeah, so we have to sacrifice this. Was close. Yeah, that one. Oh, all right. one. We got one and we have lost. Oh my God. Amazing. That was something, yeah. A mulligan. Again, again. That's so sad. I should have definitely played better the previous, previous game. I mean, it's so hard to make a trophy, exactly for this reason. Our only hope is that they kept a hand with tons of critters and no payoff. Right, that's what happened. So a lot of damage anyway. So mistake here. I should go for two bombers. No, I think we have to do this. So we are sure that we have a play next turn. Somebody's Buried Alive has overperformed. We have to be fair with him and say that undoubtedly overperformed. All right, this is our turning point. We have no business. It's obviously important that we don't block anger. It's our last hope. Ah, All right. Everybody's gonna hold on. Hopes that's the last thing I wanna be. Everybody's gonna hold on. Hopes the last thing I wanna be. You gotta say, I will. Da-da-da-da-da-da.